Welcome to my channel, Tools for Ascension by Wolfgang, and I'm Wolfgang, and my gift to you today is a guided meditation on how to ground, which is supposed to be very essential for your survival in the next coming 6 years, doing these strong, energetic upheavals, and probably not just only energetic, but on all levels, personal as well as political. And so I'm putting this message out because it resonates with me and everything that I already know. And the advice and exercise given here are very sound and part of my personal repertoire. So there's nothing supernatural around what's given here, but the context is very important. So, the exercise that we're going to be doing together is going to be like an open eye guided meditation, and you do as I do, and and you're going to learn on the job. So, but here's the story. So, a very advanced client of mine, a great seer and, several science degrees working, in the real world. So once a month we explore, new aspects of healing and also aspects of a wider reality, where we haven't gone before. So, and we were just at the beginning of our session, and we were calling our subterranean aspects in for perfect grounding. And then this light being showed up and gave us a message for humanity. Of course, I interviewed this being, where it's from, the dimensionality, locality, intent, and so on. And so, again, the reason I'm telling you all this is because it resonates with me and with everything I know. And so this is the picture, that the Earth is already giving off, right now very powerful energy that are higher than the usual vibration. Of course, those of you that are sensitive notice, you seem to be kind of more and more tripping. And so these energies will increase over time, for the next 6 years. And the being suggested that we start resonating with these energies that are coming from the Earth. So that we should attune our bodies to these energies, by letting them flow through us. And, gradually purifying us, or to clear what does not resonate. Which will make us stronger, and actually we shall stay in harmony, with your Earth Mother. As the energies that change and increase, and, this kind of resonates with this whole idea of the photon belt, of the yugas, which, these photon belts supposed to speed up, the vibration in this arm of Milky Way galaxy. So, and if your body is not being aligned with this new energy, or the more, let's say, it becomes misaligned, depending how you look at it, well, the less energy you will have, and of course, the less chi you have, that will affect your immune system. It will, and a lowered immune system will lead to inflammation in the body, also headaches, depression, dark moods. And then it goes downhill, like the mom and pop store next to the supermarket. I mean, I'm in no way medically trained, but kind of that how it goes. And again, that message, resonates with me. I mean, well, we got drastic climate changes, we got plastic food, we got designer diseases, we got electronic toxicity, we got air that is filled who knows what, and then also on top of it, we're sitting all day long, or many of us, So these are all factors, adding to the daily wear and tear, besides shifting earth energies. So, so no fear-mongering. But those of you that want to stay in the gene pool, through the coming years of changes, you better start resonating with Mother Earth, or you will fall apart at the seams, it seems. So many of you, of course, are already experiencing ascension symptoms, myself included. So, I mean, the message is nothing new with the grounding and earthing community. But, here are some quick tips that are passive and relatively cheap. So get yourself a grounding mat for your feet at your workplace, computer station. But you have to be barefoot for that to work. So, you may not be able to do this at your workspace, in the big office building, and you might just get yourself a grounding mat for your mouse, where your hand probably will reside most of your office life. And for sleeping, there are pillows that are infused with silver that can ground you at night. And I have all that stuff. And also you can wear hematite or magnetite bracelets, around your ankles, and in your socks. So these things will help a lot, but, probably not gonna cut it totally. Yeah, sorry. So real tangible results, come from active grounding, from breath and visualization, like we shall do now. And just give me quickly, 1 or 2 thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And, get yourself in a good space. Don't drive. You can't, or you shouldn't. Not with those movements. So, this is going to be an eyes open, and you do as you do. So first of all, smile, and, we asked absolute source, to make sure that everything that happens in this guided meditation and grounding and from this is going to be for our highest good, but is also in divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Just nod your head, really, really important. And smile, and we shall connect with the breath or visualization, with the Earth Mother. That's how you work on the astral plane. So, and imagine, that, on the inhale, Mother Earth just sends root, over you, as if you get an overgrown. And surrounds you, with this nest, like with finer and finer roots. It's kind of like hugging you. Okay, so smile and pull those roots up and send your love to Mother Earth through your feet. And pull those roots up, yes. And we ask that these finer and finer roots just start interacting, with our cells, with our light body, of course, for our highest good. Amen. And if your soul has been incarnated in the fairy realm and is still in good standing, we ask, for the presence, of their soul family now, of your full soul family now. Of course, only if they're admitted by your high self. They're coming in. They take about 5 seconds. So they're really expert with running chi, those folks. Yeah, and we ask them, to really help you, to, get connected with those root systems. Then we ask him to clear any blocks in our energy, in our grounding energy, from trauma, from distant past lifetime, also black magic, and dark technologies, and maybe even spells, vows, and curses. Yes. And codes and portals as much as possible right now without us having to look at it. Pull the love in and send the love back through the roots to this, cage or brace of roots. And you ask to be connected into the mycelium network. And now we also ask to be connected with our subterranean aspects that are approved by our high self. This are being, in the inner earth. Probably a higher dimension or higher subdimension, most likely, Shambhala type of folks. And here they're coming in. And just pull their love in. Smile and send your love down. If you can remember, keep your tongue at the palate. At the very top. And now we ask the subterranean aspects to please ground us, into the ley lines of Earth, the perfect ley lines, crystal grids, and most precious, most appropriate, precious metal grids. It's kicking in now. My advice is to breathe as deep as possible and breathe like an ocean. Wave at the beach, that rolls up the beach, comes to a standstill, and then comes back, and then the next one rolls up and flows back. Nice and loose, but with maximum inhale and exhale at a speed so you can hear the air flowing through your nostril. And make sure, that you have warm hands. If not, I would suggest pause the video and have hot air. Well, hot air, yeah, if you have it. But hot water is probably a little faster. Because, cold hands don't run any chi. And this is quite important here. Also, if you have any jewelry, like copper, wrist, or gold, or silver, have them, also load yourself up with the real bling bling, diamonds, real emeralds, rubies. But make sure these have been purified. Personally, I use the divine symbol. But, use brown rice, salt, or whatever you think is best, but make sure they're nice and clean. And so, this will, of course, enhance the chi flow. So the next move is, on the inhale, we just pull as much love from the earth into our heart. And then I imagine of exhaling through my right arm. It's like a shovel or a wing. Wings are the best. And then on the exhale, I let that chi flow out my hand and flow over my left arm. So I repeat this. So this one's getting really puffy now. The force field is increasing. Let's do the same thing, in the reversal. So inhale on my, on the inhale, I fill my heart with earth love. And now I exhale it to the left hand and paint my right arm with love. It is like a smudge, that you do with a feather, but it's with chi, with loving chi, from the earth. So now those arms, they're tingly. Right? So we got those going, I mean, now I'm having like my chi is busting out like up to here, like a baseball glove. I mean, huge baseball glove. The aura is like up to here. Before it was maybe going up to there. All right, so now I'm going to chi up my legs. So on the inhale, I pull the love into my heart from the earth, and then the exhale, with both hands, there is this chi coming out. I like imagine I flow this chi down my legs. So you pump the chi in, and then, oh, sorry, my left leg is buzzing. Now I'm gonna do the right leg. And most office workers, they don't have enough chi in their legs. Okay. And now let's clear our root chakra, right? So on the inhale, pull earth love into your heart, and on the exhale, send it through your spine as well as your hands, out the root, out your root chakra. Clearing any blockages there. And we ask our spirit guides to clear also any blockages for us. We may not see them because they're hidden on the astral plane. But we're giving our spirit guides permission and Mother Earth permission and all the beings of love and light that are approved by high self, to clear any cords from ex-lovers or vampiristic people, dark magicians, for instance, or other samskaras, other trauma, or portals through which, our the root chakra is being blocked, or through which the energy is stored. We flush this out now. You even do your back now. Now the energy starts, automatically just streaming up in your body. But let's just do a little bit more breathing. So just imagine that you're sitting on this big lotus thing. You have this big lotus leaf. They're kind of flowy, like flames, but of course they're loving flames. So you have a combination of violet, the violet flame, purifying like UV, as well as also pink and tacky, heart color pink. So just have imagined that the earth loves you like that. And you ask, the earth to burn, any other residue, through these flames from you. And just focus on the, energy coming up. And then maybe you blow it even higher in you. And we ask the earth and our subterranean aspects to ground our grounding cords into the perfect ley lines now. and also the perfect crystal grids, and deposits like gold veins, etc. Whatever's for our highest good, pretty please. You stretch your spine while you're doing it. Cool. And so let's use our hands. There's this chi, and you can use them like wings, and you can paddle chi. You can just bring it up above your head. Just paddle it up in front of you in your front chakras. And then fluff it up. And do the same thing for the back. Yeah, that feels, even better now. So, but let's focus now, on the sacral chakra. So, with your hands, to just fluff out all the darkness. Again, cords from ex-lovers, vampires, rancors, So you always, inhale, pull in that earth love, and then flush out through the hands, even through the chakras. Now let's do the same thing for the back. In the back second chakra, there's a lot of sexual energy stored there, so, we want to have that cleared. No vampiristic energy sucking, no portals, full contamination. Energy stealing is not allowed. Any perpetrators, we ask that to be taken to the courts of divine justice. Amen. Oh, yeah. So let's do the solar plexus. This is where your power is. Yeah. And let's fluff this one out. Earth love into your heart, and then through the arms. It's fluff like that. Out. Yeah, also to the sides a little bit. Your liver, your spleen. You don't want to be too tight. Not too narrow-minded. Let's do the back. Whew. Yeah, most people never clear their back, but that's when dark energy go, like backstabbing, gossip. It's always done from the back. Whew. Anonymously, right? Okay, yeah, so you like to have that all cleared now as much as possible. Again, by spirit guides, high self, and Mother Earth. Good. Now, the real fun is with the heart chakra. So let's just fluff out the heart chakra. Take these here also, these whole areas. This is more for sadness from the lungs. But this is heart chakra, immune system, higher love, the more human love feels. So, and you pull it into your heart, and then you can breathe out from the heart into that direction wherever you want, and simultaneously also, through the fluffing action, of your arms. Be poetic, be loving, be artistic. We're not doing push-ups here. You're dealing with love from Mother Earth. And we ask that all the resistances, all the dirt, that clogs up our heart, emotional dirt, of course, be cleared now as much as possible. Just start flipping it off. Ooh, yeah. You might even feel some pain, and you can massage it quite gently, but till the pain is gone. You can actually prevent a heart attack doing this, and of course, I have no medical education, but I did a lot of videos. I was a professional videographer. So, anyhow, that is good. But a lot of heart pain is coming from the backstabbing from the heart. So just fluff that out. Yeah, blow that earth lift out the back. It feels like angel wings or fairy wings. Excellent. So now the throat. Divine expression. Yeah, and we asked that as much, throat trauma. Be clear, anything from throat cutting, hanging, breaking, torture, strangulation, garrote, arrows, whatever, whatever it is, clear as much as possible. Also spells and vows to be silent. I mean, it's time now to speak the truth. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Fluff it as much as you can. To the back. This is where the higher artistic expression comes in. It's fed with your second chakra. If you don't blow your sexual energy, for sex, the energy will be transferred to here, and you can do great art. Ooh, all right. So let's do the face a little bit. Well, actually, I suggest let's just do a quick face massage, if you ask me. So rub your hands so they're nice and hot, really hot, and put this onto your eyes. Of course, if you have makeup, you're screwed now. But a couple of seconds of pretty half massage, do your ears. You can go really hard around your ears. That's good. Your jaw, around the jaw. A little upper lip fluffing. People think you got injections, Does wonders, relaxes you. A little eye pressure thing. All right, so that's on the physical side. Let's go and fluff this thing. And we ask that our cheek chakras be purified. And that's all the dark chi that has accumulated in our eyes from the atrocity that we have seen, this in past lifetimes be cleared. Also other trauma. It's fluff in the back. And, any dark magic, there's, reverse crown of thorns, implants, skull caps, plates, glass, and dark technologies. Please clear. And now start fluffing your crown chakra. There's two ways you can do this, and I do them together. One is you pulling up the earth fluff to your 3 cylinders. One is, the legs, and the other one is the root chakra. So you pull it in, pull it up your body, or, in your spinal, and then, in the exhale, you breathe it out. The heart is the halfway station. So I pull it into the heart, and I smile, so it gets souped up with love, and then it goes out. And you basically fluffing out any blocks, dark thought forms, frequency barriers. And yeah, it's only dark thought forms that clog that up. So you take that earth energy and you blow out those filters, and you use also your hands, with the chi coming from your hands. You can even pull it up your spine from the back. That's pretty cool. Oof. Oof. Oh yeah, very, very nice. So, wherever your hands are and your attention are, this is where your energy goes. So I have my hands over here, or like in a prayer pose, the heart chakra gets activated. So let's just quickly, run earth love into this area here. Smile like an idiot, that works best. Yeah, that's nice. Right. And well, let's do this here too. So pulling as much earth love into you. And now bring this into your face. Okay. And now again, on the inhale, you soup your heart up, this earth love, and on the exhale, you run it out your arms. And, we will create a force field around us. Okay, so. Can even do the Vijay breath, very good for that. And now we do the same thing for the front. We're creating this rhombus. Like this apple-shaped force field around us. And let's do this for the back too. Just intended. Okay. And now let's, some more playing with earth energy. So basically, let's just, expand the field, of the earth energy that comes into us. You know, so many yogis or qigong practitioners, you know, might just, you know, pull the chi through your bones or muscles, you know. But you can also, you know, pull it over your force field, like that, which is, of course, very different. Yes. So, you know, just like a flame or like a self-massage with a flamethrower, you know, we just pull the earth love, you know, into us, and then, you know, with the heart as a halfway station, and then send it, you know, in your body. So that's kind of like dream dancing in a way, you know, no real scientific method. It just feels good. You know, it just feels good, and, you know, it gets the chi flowing, you know, makes you more artistic. Let's just do a little bit of this, you know, and that's it. But that's probably the more pleasurable aspect here. You know, once you get the basic stuff down, you know, running chi through your whole body, you know, as you want, directing as you want, you know, you just focus more on the pleasurable thing. You know, where you just, pulling that stuff up and over you and through you. It's like a self-massage, right? So, and they just use their hands to kind of show you what I'm working at. Big column of light, you know? All right. Oh, well, you know, I'm completely souped up. I'm just going to soup up my area around the monitors here, you know, around my computer station. Why don't you do the same thing? You know, maybe you're in a car or wherever, when not driving. You know, just soup up, you know, the walls around you. I lay like stripes of 1 or 2 feet, you know, love on the wallpaper. Just do it with me, you know, onto your own wallpaper, pretty please. So, if I would go onto the street now, you know, my force field is projecting probably, you know, several meters or several feet out. You know, you can measure it with a coat hanger pretty easily, or with those divining rods. It's kind of tough to demonstrate it on myself, though, right now. And but then, you know, everybody wants to talk to you and hang out with you, and then, you know, all your energy gets sucked off from others. So the way that we deal with it, you know, being like all buzzy and, you know, fluffy force field. I mean, in nature you can do this, no problem. But if you have to go to the grocery store, you know, or just in a corporate, maybe you spend your lunch break doing this here. So on the inhale, you know, you pull all this beautiful chi into your skin, you know, from all sides, you know, from all ways, you know, into your skin, you know, the surface of your physical body. And on the exhale, you know, press it from your skin, you know, into your spinal column, you know, turns into kind of a lightsaber. You know, you might focus more on the sides, pulling it in, and then compacting it. And then also maybe from the front. And then also from the back onto the skin, into the spine. Okay, so if you have any hours in your body, you know, send it there, or maybe your immune system. You know, it's always good to push your energy here. You know, or in your pineal gland, you know. Okay. So, you know, we ask now our spirit guides, you know, to please clear any more predators that are on us or cords from others, whatever can be cleared now. Make sure you agree. And, you know, whatever stray energies are still from us, you know, and other people, places, or projects not being used for the highest good, return this to us now too. Also return any soul fragments that can, you know, reintegrate with us. And yeah, in the line, you know, the body more and more, you know, with the earth energies. So they're in harmony and can ascend in harmony. Smooth, easy, you know, joyful, the way it's supposed to be. You know, and we are fully grounded now, back in vacant day consciousness again. Alright, my friends, I hope you're buzzing. So I have several meditations like that, you know, little Kundalini yoga, you know, breath of fire, Tantra, you know, white Tantra only, and yeah, take advantage of that. And I also take personal sessions. You know, I do anything from past life regression to, I mean, oh God, you know, you name it, I've done it probably. And you just look at my other videos. You know, many people feel drawn, you know, to work with me. Well, go for it. You know, my prices are very reasonable. Those of you on the fence, you know, or can't afford it, well, you know, just keep on hanging in there. And at the end of the video, you know, I have about 300 different videos, you know. Just, you know, short clips are there and see what resonates with you. And then you can find them on my channel. Again, please don't forget to give me thumbs up and share your far-out experiences with me. You know, I read all the comments and I answer intelligent questions. So, again, I love you long time. Give me a thumbs up. Namaste.